Hey YouTube, let's see what my friend Scott with the Hyper Report has to say about world events today.
Hello, this is Scott, and this is a Hyper Report. This video is sponsored by peakresources.org. Here are the quotes for various items such as gold and silver for today. First, food prices going up. The severe drought that swept through much of the U.S. last year is continuing into 2013, threatening to cripple economic growth while forcing consumers to pay higher food prices. Last year's severe weather put nearly 80% of the continental U.S. in drought conditions, the worst in 50 years. While the drought may have ruined many crops, it is no way the only reason for global food price inflation. The other reason is money printing.
Now, gee, it seems to me that I remember scripture saying something about famines. Let's see what the local news has to say about this.
The New Year's ball has dropped, but analysts say the cost of almost everything is going up, from taxes to healthcare and food.
See your paycheck?
I did.
ABC News Channel 20's Kimberly Howard live in studio. Kimberly, come on, there's got to be some good news.
Well, Vince, Liz, filling up your car is probably one of your largest expenses. Analysts say that is expected to go down. So with the cost of everything else going up, will lower gas prices help? We went to find out.
It's a basic principle of economics. When demand is up and supply is down, prices rise.
People have started to feel a little more comfortable about the economy, so they're eating a little more meat.
But there isn't a lot of meat to go around.
We've lost a significant number of cows in this country. We're probably at our lowest they've been since the 1950s.
Yeah, the reason for that was they actually were slaughtering them because they couldn't afford the grain, the corn that they normally feed them because of the famine.
It's mostly because of the drought that destroyed feed and forced producers to scale back. Analysts have talked about the trickle-down effect this will have for months, but Obed and Isaac's general manager says they have yet to feel it.
I will do my best to keep those prices down.
A hard thing to do when the cost of everything seems to be going up.
From not only meat to cheeses, everything, all the way down to even the grains that we use for beer.
Yeah, well, not only that, but pumping all this money into the money supply dilutes your dollars, basically. It's like having a glass of milk and you keep pouring water in it, and pretty soon it's more water than milk.
Analysts say taxes and healthcare costs are rising too, but there may be one saving grace: the price at the pump.
Everything is hauled on the back of a truck at some point in time, so I'm sure it'll affect prices.
The Energy Department says the average cost for a gallon of gas will fall 5% this year to $3.44. That would still be the third highest price ever, but it's also 19 cents lower than last year's average. Analysts also say that will save the average household more than $200 a year, which translates to $25 billion Americans can spend on things like eating out.
And the problem with predicting gas prices is unpredictable events like tensions overseas, which can spike sometimes overnight. And even if gas prices do drop this year, the Illinois Beef Association says the price of meat will rise. It's just a matter of how much. Vince?
Thank you very much, Kimberly. AAA predicts the average price of gas will peak between $3.60 and $3.80 a gallon of regular this spring, then a drop-off for this summer with an average price between $3.20 and $3.40 a gallon.
Well, that's good news. Gee. Let's see what else Scott has to say.
Next, Chinese to increase gold and silver storage. Stephen Lee believes that the Chinese are just happy that the price of gold and silver are at a manipulated low price. The Chinese are nowhere near buying the amount of gold they ultimately want to possess. Thus, they are very grateful to be buying the hell out of gold at the current discount prices. The West is giving the Chinese all the time the Chinese need to get their yuan backed by gold.
Well, yeah. You know, they're getting rid of worthless dollars. Of course they're happy. They're changing something that's going down in value for something going up in value. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that's a pretty good move.
Next, Gold and silver are not in a bubble. Egon Vingreas believes that a lengthy consolidation of 18 months that the monetary and economic fundamentals essentially mean that gold and silver are nowhere near a top. He goes on to say that the paper gold and silver market are 100 times larger than the physical market. When the fraud of paper is exposed, the paper will be totally worthless and banks will not be able to meet their commitments.
You think?
Because the world financial system is too big of a mess to fix, it is better to hold physical outside the banking system. With that in mind, after preparing, keep stacking physical. Next, gun control executive order. Is it legal? Is it possible Obama could issue an executive order regarding gun control? Yes. Would it be legal? No, because no executive order may direct federal agencies to conduct illegal or unconstitutional activities. For more information, please watch this reality check video. It is something that the dictator wannabe Obama should watch.
Well, let's see. Reality check video. I'm not sure which one he's talking about, but I got one here. Let's see what this has to say.
When y'all go home and you're talking to your buddies and they say, he wants to take my gun away. You heard it here. I'm on television, so everybody knows it. I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in people's lawful right to bear arms. I will not take your shotgun away.
What?
I will not take your rifle away.
What?
I won't take your handgun away.
You won't? Well, what's all this rumor I'm hearing about that? Well, you heard it, folks. He would not lie now, would he?
Next, stealthware. With 30,000 robotic drones in the skies over the U.S., you may not want to draw attention to yourself. To that end, a new line of clothes are coming out that mask a lot of the infrared radiation that your body naturally emits. With this line of anti-drone technology, you could also be camouflaged from computer vision so that facial recognition software could be rendered moot. In addition,
your body naturally emits radiation. Yeah, well, okay. Fukushima, maybe. Everything we eat glowing in the dark.
And there's also additional technology to prevent your phone from broadcasting a signal when you want. Next, Facebook bans. Facebook, in an attempt to keep people ignorant, has suspended any account that had posted the Gandhi quote about depriving a nation of arms. This historical quote was apparently too much for the Facebook censors to bear. Yes, it appears that people working for Facebook would happily join the book burnings as well. What's next?
Okay, well, this really shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, because if people are aware of who runs Facebook, then, where's the surprise? Let's see what we got here.
Congress today reauthorized funding for Facebook, the massive online surveillance program run by the CIA. According to the Department of Homeland Security reports, Facebook has replaced almost every other CIA information-gathering program since it was launched in 2004.
After years of secretly monitoring the public, we were astounded so many people would willingly publicize where they live, their religious and political views, an alphabetized list of all their friends' personal email addresses, phone numbers, hundreds of photos of themselves, and even status updates about what they were doing moment to moment. It is truly a dream come true for the CIA.
Much of the credit belongs to CIA agent Mark Zuckerberg, who runs the day-to-day Facebook operations for the agency.
Well, there you go. See? Told you. Would I lie to you? And wrapping it up with Scott here.
Next, will Facebook ban quotes by Thomas Jefferson and George Washington? Finally, please prepare now for the escalating economic and social unrest. Good day.
You don't say. Gee. I wonder if people are going to be getting upset and causing trouble soon. Probably should prepare a little bit for that, just in case. Talk to you guys later.